Okay, this video is, are electronic cars a good idea? Well, first of all, when I was growing up, my cousin had a car and he worked on his car. He could take apart the engine. He could fix it by himself, almost everything. He, of course, changed the oil by himself, and he'd laugh at people that would take their car to a dealer. He says they just rip you off. You go to the dealer. When I was in high school back then, they still were having an automotive class. Guys actually physically learned how to do stuff. There was a wood shop, woodworking class. Nowadays, these kids, they just take Scantron tests. They graduate from high school. The only thing they know how to do is take a Scantron test and send a text message on their phone. They don't know how to do anything. Then dealers put GPS into the cars, whatever that was, about 20 years ago. And they track a person everywhere they go. The toll booths photograph the person and track you. And then they have OnStar devices that record you when you're in your car. And the dealers are making the cars more and more electronic. And they're doing this on purpose because the more electronic it is, then no one can fix it. It's not really your car anymore. It's the dealer's car. It's almost like you're renting your car. And once the dealer has a monopoly on fixing your car, you always have to go to the dealer. They got a monopoly on you. They're going to rip you off. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You're at the mercy of the dealer. I don't think that's a smart move. With an external remote control, they could take over your car and they could smash you into a wall. Lots of men drive cars and taxis and buses for a living. If more and more vehicles go electronic and they're driven by remote control and stuff, these guys are all going to be unemployed. That's going to be massive unemployment. And then look at all those big cell phone towers up in the air. Those things are big, mighty powerful, and you know what they're going to do in the future. Like when somebody has a nonconformist opinion, shoot a lightning bolt at them or something. I don't know. I think it's kind of creepy, kind of scary. They got your coordinates dialed in from the GPS and the cell phone precisely. You know, and what do you think all this promotion, cash for clunkers years ago was all about? It was to get you out of your personally owned car that you could control and fix yourself into an electronic vehicle that was easy to control externally and record and all this other stuff to control you. You know, 15 years ago, I was interested in electronics. I was electronically testing all kinds of things. I wanted to make sure my house was safe for my kids growing up. And, you know, I tested the microwave. I tested my car. I tested all the different routes I drive on. And, you know, I learned some interesting things from that. One of the things was a friend of mine bought a new car with all kinds of fancy electronic gadgets. And he had me test it with my electromotive sensor. And it was giving off the charts amounts of electromotive force compared to other vehicles. Okay, so I showed this to him, let him test it for himself, and I suggested that he return the car, which he did. So his wife said I was a paranoid a-hole.